Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Millennium Sparrow. We're on our 21st Let the Dice Decide Random Design Challenge. If you're new, thanks for popping in. I have been trying to explain the rules of my made-up game in the last 21 episodes, and sometimes I remember and sometimes I just get distracted, which is, this game in general. So this is my third Full Valley build. And my objectives each time I build is to use every character house in some way. And whether that be the back of it, the front of it, a whole section dedicated to them, or just sometimes I just use the back of Scar's house. Because there's only so many ways you can make that look interesting. So the dice have decided that we are putting Anna's castle back in the Forest of Valor. Now, when you originally find it, it's back here where Cindy's is right now. The idea around this game is I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do this third time around. And to take some of the decision fatigue out of the whole thing, I grabbed some dice and started to use those to decide what we were designing. So the idea is you roll an 8-sided die or pick the number randomly, and whatever number is assigned to the biome is where you're going to build. And in this case, we are building in the Forest of Valor. Now there are 53 at the current moment character houses, and then I have roughly 14 player house skins. The house skins can be used at any point, or when we roll the character's house as one of the options, we then roll to see which one we're using. So we haven't got that yet. I have used a few of the skins in my builds already. Now, the first time I used Anna's house to block that ugly treehouse in the Forgotten Lands and made it into a very wintry wonderland. It brightened everything up because I hate how dark the Forgotten Lands are. And it also kind of made me start thinking about all these biomes and houses differently. And it makes the design part even more addicting for those of us that like this part. So I don't really know. Like I've said in a couple of these other videos, this game has a lot of castles. Now, the only house that is currently assigned to Forest of Valor through our challenge is Snow White's cottage, and I kind of made a dark forest leading into her happy little area over here. And I've got the bunny companion house that you get from Olaf's exhibition as part of this little build over here. So coming out this direction would lead us up towards the Forest of Valor, which is kind of a resort build at the moment. I feel like I want to keep the ice close to the blue. I don't tend to keep everything frosty, but I am doing things a little differently in this playthrough. I have got so many of these over here right now. This is going to be slightly tedious. So the idea is we're just letting the dice decide where we're building, and it's produce some interesting results, produce some expected results. And I have to admit, I've liked most of what I've come up with, but it's hard to design things when you don't know what's coming next, because the idea of using all the houses can be kind of daunting. It's not going to fit there very well in that perspective. But maybe this way. I have blocked off the walkways before. I don't tend to do a whole lot in my main valley anymore because I have almost everything here. I don't think I like how that looks. Unless we decide to do some Arendelle stuff around it. So it was in the Forgotten Lands the first time, and the second time I had it up here, right in this area looking out into the frosty zone. So we don't have to particularly make it a focal point this time. It has been a focal point twice. So what could we build around this? Look at the different sides of it. Park that there for a second.
Come on, let's break some records.
Alright, so you could follow a path this way towards Snow White, or you could follow a path this way towards our little frosty kingdom. Looking at it from the different perspectives, I like how that works. Just thinking about the rest of the views. So if we were to come down this way, you'd see it. We're going to move that tree for sure. Okay, I don't hate that. This one might get replaced altogether, but we'll move it out of the way for now. Let's take a look at our bigger items that are left in here we can use. We've done something with the volcano. We've done a lot with the tulip flowers and the willow tree. If this is going to be a resort type feel. These are always so large, I don't know. The other larger snow-covered items we have would be from Wish Blossom Ranch and the main parts of it. I don't think I want to use the hay bales. The fence has potential. And then of course we have our Arendelle city centers, but I don't think I want to use that over here. I have this placed somewhere. Oh, in the, no, I have the tower one, I think, placed in the, on the beach. I feel like it takes away from this side, but could work over here. I don't think I want those, but we'll see. Just kind of centering this up on the path. And that will bring us a little bit further back here, which is good because that keeps this a little more open. We're getting rid of that. All right, what else do we have? I'm gonna go from the oldest. Grand piano. I do love this tree. And if I position it right, maybe it can keep the foresty look for the side for Snow White, then kind of bring us into the season over here. Not quite. I am going to take some white trees though. Start kind of building the scenery up around that one. It's a tilted one. These are all pretty tilted. And this also kind of gives, I don't usually have Anna and Elsa near each other, so the little cave thing could be a fun little nod to those two. And actually, let's bring this down. As you come around the corner, maybe. Oh, you know what I should bring out if we're gonna do this kind of build is the elemental stones. Let's do that first. We also have this giant pillar, but I don't think this is her maternity aisle. It's too much for over here. I've used that on the beach a couple times. Save this real quick. Now we don't have anything or anything that'll probably fit over, but we're gonna use another, wow, words, Melissa. We don't have a tree that's gonna fit over here to kind of balance out the frosty look, but it's not gonna be too weird to have that near here. So that's kind of what we're doing, is looking at the perspective going this way. And I think we're gonna add some blueberries down here. I like using mine in decorations as decorations. Alright, how are we doing over here? I want a shorter one. Oops, nope, not that one. I'm just layering the trees in until I'm happy with the kind of bordering of Anna and Elsa's little area. And I think I have some blue trees actually that might look good down here. The thing about this challenge is you don't know what's going to come next, so it's not like I can plan too far ahead other than we know what we've already used. So it's an interesting little design approach. That probably looks ridiculous. It does. You know, I also feel like we need one of you down here. This is very big though. So let's see. Actually, I am pretty happy with that. And once we lay the path down, probably gonna take this away along with this. Or actually, let's put this over here. Okay, so we're maintaining our paths. I'm going to bring out some more snowy ground coverage. And then let me pull out the snowy ground. I honestly don't know what it's going to let me do with the path in here, because you can't do it underneath the pillars. So this is just kind of making it up as I go. Oh, look at that. My controller batteries are low again. It's like the story of my life. At this point, we're just trying to bring in the snowy stuff into this grassy area. So we can keep the theme going. Love all these new things from Wish Blossom. Alright, let's put that harsh line away. Which is going to be under... And then let's grab some... my goodness. Actually, I want different rocks. Okay. Always remember to exit so you can save, especially when putting down paths. So the hardest ones for it to save for whatever reason. Alright, so that's saving. Let's see. We'll finish out with some more foliage in this area. Underbrush. Balance it out. Get rid of that. And then we want some more of these over here. Okay, so then the next question becomes, what do we want to put over here by Anna and Elsa's castle cave group? Let me put you in here. Probably not. And I think we're going to get rid of this little part. Okay, so you come down into here. This brings you to Anna and Elsa's little courtyard, which I do like together. I was searching for the elemental stones, which may or may not be kind of big down here, but let's see. I think the easiest route is just going to be to search frozen. Okay, so we have... Oh, no, actually, these might fit pretty good. Oh, yep, I forgot. That hates ground. Fine. You gonna let me move it back? Thank you. Okay. So because you don't like paths, I'm just gonna park you over here. I know this is only 3 of them, but it looks better than the other 4. Let me fit you in here. My goodness. Okay. Now, what else do we have in the frozen section? Fountain. Couch. I think I was putting this over here. See how that looks coming down that direction, though. Alright, so you come down into this courtyard, and you can go straight, or you can go this way. Come down from this side. And we need something over here. It's got a big footprint, though. I don't think it's going to fit. See if we can still run by. Ooh, we can. I do feel like we need something. I was thinking the ice fountain, but now I'm almost thinking this because it's going to bring all those different sections together, I think. The only other one I consider potentially is the bonfire. There are the blue trees I was talking about and then promptly forgot about. Alright, you come down the hill and you follow. We can put the stepping stones this way. Follow it this way. This is pretty from this direction.
Come on, let's break some records.
From this walkway, you come in, and that's pretty nice. Ooh, I like that actually. Is there anything we want to put inside our walkway? It might be the last final touches. Can't see, can't see. And I said little stones, but then I definitely didn't actually use any of them. I know there they are. Cool. I think we might actually be done this little build. Now this little entrance over here is basically still to be determined because we're not sure. But you come on in here And you can go this way and go through Snow White's, come out of her area, and you can come back over to Frozen. And then we have this view. So yeah, I'm super happy with how this little guy came out. So until our next episode,
Oh, hey.
thanks for tuning in, and I'd love to hear if you try this little technique out for yourself. Letting the dice decide where you're designing. But yeah, until next time, let me go ahead and finish this off with a aerial view. It's basically this whole section now is kind of finished. So we got Snow White, and we've got Anna's castle, right on the opposite side of Elsa's cave. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, guys.